Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jay. Today I'm doing a reaction video to Cinemassacre's Avgn Angry Video Game episode 217. Let's do this. Here we go.
Ever get that wavering feeling like you might have to take a shit and the feeling gets stronger when you stand in a certain spot? Well, right now my compass is leading me toward the N64 shelf.
N64 shelf.
Warmer.
Oh no.
There it is. Glover. First time I heard this game, I was like, huh? Glover? Is it Danny Glover? Donald Glover? Crispin Glover? Roger Glover?
Nope.
No, it's the hamburger helper riding a red ball. So you play as a glove. I used to think it had something to do with Super Glove Ball, but that's another game. You probably remember that one in my Power Glove episode. Together, these would make my list. Top 2 worst glove games. But Glover doesn't use the Power Glove, thank God. And luckily, after it left a shit skid inside the N64 toilet bowl, Zelda Ocarina of Time came along and pissed it away, only a week after it pissed us off. Now, honestly, when Glover first came out, it seemed pretty cool, but so did everything that was 3D. In the old days, all we had was 3D World Runner and pseudo-3D shit like that. Later, there were games like Jumping Flash on PlayStation, but it was Super Mario 64 that fundamentally changed the 3D platformer as we knew it. With its freedom to move around in a circle and even reposition the camera, it was a big deal. Afterwards, games like Banjo-Kazooie and Spyro the Dragon proved that Nintendo had started a trend. Here we go! Some of these games were good, and some of them were shit. But sometimes we just accepted it because it was 3D, it was cutting edge, and cool. As kids, sometimes a game we thought was good might have actually been shitty all along. When I first played Ghostbusters on NES, I didn't want to admit it was garbage because it was Ghostbusters. It had to be good, right? What about Ninja Turtles? One of my early episodes. That game drove me insane. It sucked. But what did I know? It was the #1 top-rated game in Nintendo Power for a while. But every game was supposed to be good. We were lied to, psychologically manipulated into thinking we were wrong. But no more being ass-lighted by the shitty games. It's time for Glover. Let's go.
Oh boy.
The game opens inside a castle, and we're introduced to the red-nosed drunken wizard who's recklessly throwing shit into a bubbling cauldron. Idiot. It knocks him through the floor. Yeah, right through the goddamn floor. Screaming like Goofy. Hands fell off. One glove falls into the slop and morphs into the evil cross-stitch, while the other becomes our protagonist, Glover. I'd like to say he flips the bird, but with only 4 fingers, too bad. Well, he transforms the wizard's magic crystals into rubber balls so they don't shatter, but oops, they bounce into what become the game's levels. So now go fetch, asshole. That would have made a better title. They should have called it that. So that's the plot. The gameplay is far more complicated, and I'll tell you what, it's very ambitious and creative, but there is a huge learning curve. So if you rented it from the video store, you'd better hope the last person returned the manual. And you also need those strategies from Nintendo Power, issue 114. It had a whole section with tips and tricks for each stage, but why would you care? Look what's on the cover. The goal
Zelda.
is to find 6 missing crystals and return them to the center of the castle to save the wizard and the kingdom. For every crystal you bring back, new worlds unlock. Much like Mario 64, the castle grounds act as your hub, connecting all the worlds. Each world has 3 levels, a boss fight, and a bonus stage, and they're all based on specific themes: Atlantis, Carnival, Pirates, Prehistoric, Fortress of Fear, and Out of This World. The game's helper character, Mr. Tip, is a wizard's hat with googly eyes that give you tips. Because it's one of those type of games where you need everything explained to you every step of the way. Kind of like that annoying office assistant, Clippy. You use the B button to talk to him, but that's the same button to bounce the ball. So sometimes this kind of shit happens. Come on!
I hate these type of characters.
Hey!
Pickle. Shit, pickle.
Okay.
Hey, Chip Pickle.
Alright.
Shit, pickle.
Take the game out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
shit. Pickle. Pickle. Shit.
Oh, gee,
Thanks for the
really?
advice.
Shit. Anyway, Mr. Tips is always showing up, telling you to do this, do that, tells you to collect Garibs. Wait. Garibs?
What?
Collect
Good.
Garibs to score
Garibs?
points, get 50 and win an extra life.
Wow, that would help. If I knew what fucking Garibs are.
Mm-hmm. What is it? Okay. Webster's Dictionary.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
What is it? A unit currency in the chemical. And 64. Really? It's a currency?
I also need to comment on this bird. Tell me, what are you hearing?
Farts, burps, hiccups.
Is it just me, or does the bird have gas? Out both ends.
The objective of each level is
Yeah.
to find the ball. Okay, wait, hold on now. The bird was farting. Sorry, I can't let that go. Anyway, you get the ball to the end goal while solving puzzles and avoiding obstacles. These obstacles range from your standard pitfalls and spike traps to spinning
Ooh.
platforms, blowing fans, giant snowballs, falling rocks, etc. It's like playing Marble Madness, but if you also had to move a hand around to guide the ball by dribbling, smacking, throwing, and running on top of it. I don't even know where to begin with describing these controls. When you're running on the ball, for example, you have to be pushing the joystick in the opposite direction you're trying to go. You have to train your brain to think in reverse. You also have enemies to
Oh my
contend
God,
with that
really?
will try to steal or destroy the ball, and some will go as far as to intentionally knock it off the stage, which basically means you're dead. It seems underneath every stage is a bottomless pit, so you can't take your eyes off that ball. Hitting B makes
Really?
Glover point at the ball, which is great so you never lose track of it, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be able to get to it before a giant bumblebee rocket launches it with a stinger at its ass. But the worst
Really?
enemies gotta be the explosive ones, like this dynamite hopping around. If you
Dude.
somehow figure out how to avoid the blast with Glover, the ball still gets blown into pieces or is sent careening over the edge like a turd shot out of cannon. You want to be holding
Wow.
that ball at all times. Besides, without it, you move around like 10 pounds of shit shoved into a 5-pound glove. Much like how rolling in Ocarina of Time was a little faster than running, Glover is best when he's jumping constantly. Every time you get a game over, you'll need to reload your save file and run all the way back to where you were from the castle gates. So get ready to hop, 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 like a bunny on crack. Too bad Glover's little fingers don't make him move any faster. Thing from Adam's Family could teach him a few pointers. You
Yep.
can change the ball's form by tapping the R button. It can become a rubber ball, a bowling ball, a ball bearing, and the ball's original shape, the crystal. The crystal is very fragile. It's only useful for collecting more points, so don't try to bounce it unless you want to hear Glover scream like E.T.
Oh
Crystal
no.
and rubber balls float on water, allowing Glover
Nice.
to ride them. The bowling ball and the ball bearing are naturally heavier and can sink, which is great for pressing switches underwater. And boy, will you be pressing a lot of switches in this game. The white switches with red stars, Glover can activate on his own by fisting them or fist slam, punching. And the red switches with yellow targets can only be activated by the ball. These switches will open up the next section of a course or a checkpoint. Each level has multiple buttons that you'll need to hit to progress, and oftentimes they're located at the end of difficult platforming sections. The amount of precision required in this game is something you would never understand unless you've actually played it. The only way I can even think to describe it is if you're familiar with those maze games with the tiny balls. It's kind of like that. When you play it, you have to give it your full concentration, and you say to yourself, I can do this, but you keep failing. Well, imagine if you were trying to play more than one maze at a time. You have both the glove and the ball to deal with. Keep your eye on Glover. Oops, you lost the ball. Keep your eye on the ball. Fuck, I died. This circus level in particular brings my piss to a boil.
Uh-oh. Oh boy. Dang.
Let me ask you a question. What comes to mind when you think of the circus? You know, clowns, cotton candy,
Yep.
fire breathers, acrobats,
Animals.
giant blue ball sack.
What?
What were they thinking?
Oh my
Can you
god!
ride it by bouncing on it? It's like that episode of South Park.
Yes!
And you know the one I mean. And if
Yep.
not, well,
Buffalo
well.
Soldier!
but check out this part. First, you need to cross 2 swinging pirate ships. But the momentum flings Glover and the ball around like rag
What?
dolls. Every time I try to
Really?
get on this damn thing, it either tosses me like a frisbee or the ship moves and I fall to my death.
Dang!
Fuck.
Here we go. Here we go.
Up, up.
Here. Oh.
I want the ball. Oh.
See this shit? Up until this point, most of my deaths were the result of me not totally grasping the controls or some bad camera angles. But now, it's as if the game is actively fighting against me.
Yep.
What the fuck was that shit?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. All I gotta do is bounce it. You just gotta time it right. There we go.
There you go.
Not a problem. Not a problem. And, what the
Oh
fuck?
my god, really?
Okay, your mother.
Get him! Unreal. Oh my god. What?
Once you finally make it across and take a ride down the slide, be prepared for any hope left in your body to exit your asshole. Ahead of you is a winding, checkered path. Seems straightforward enough. Well, as soon as you start rolling the ball down this thing, it starts tilting and turning all over the place
Oh
like a
my
goddamn
God.
turtle whirl. Here we go. Making the turn.
Slowly, slowly.
Whoa!
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck
Really?
happened? If the pirate ships were the 8th circle of hell, this is certainly the 9th.
Nice.
Ugh. Maybe what
You
I
got
need
this.
is the power glove. And I don't mean the NES power glove. I mean the N64 power glove.
What?
You think I'm kidding? Do you think I'm kidding?
No. Let's.
Yeah, you didn't know. You didn't know the Nintendo 64
I didn't
had
know.
the Reality Quest glove.
I did not know about that. And I played it in 64.
Yeah. Now let's crank it up to 11. Smell the glove.
God. Oh boy. Yes, it's like the power glove. Oh wow. What is so far? Oh my. Almost made it.
Yeah!
Go Roy Roy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not done yet. Oh my god. I agree. Get this. Get the gloves on.
Want to see a magic trick? How about a magic shit?
Oh no! Ah! There you go. Oh boy. Ew. On PlayStation? Really? Okay. Let me guess. It's more easier to do than the N64.
The PlayStation version is easier?
Wow. Okay.
It's a walk through the park. It's
Slower. Check that out.
Why didn't I play this one instead?
That's a good question. Check that out. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be shit.
Oh, man. Ah, throw it up. Well, that was entertaining nonetheless. You're gonna see oh shit pickle background reference to South Park and all that. That was really good. So the PlayStation version is easier than the N64 version. What we learned. Wow. Can't wait to see the next episode of AGN2. So, Glover on N64. Man, that was really hard compared to the PlayStation version. I did not know Nintendo N64 made a Power Glove version for the N64. I did not know that. So, that's cool. Interesting, but, it's even, he made to the point and didn't make it until he played changed the game to the PlayStation version. So that was interesting to see. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy seeing this. I'll post the link in the description box below. You can check out Cinemassacre's channel. Check out James Roll, Sean, and all them doing all that stuff. So, and Mike too. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you know what I upload next. And I hope you have a safe and wonderful Wednesday. And I will see you next time. Take care, stay safe, stay humble, and be a blessing.